Hello everyone, dear friends. Today I want to tell you about a video surveillance camera from YI Technology, YI Pro 2K home camera. And I will use it outdoors. Yes, you say, how so? This is not an outdoor camera. Here I agree with you, it is not an outdoor camera. But the first version of the camera from this review, without any problems, was outdoors for 7 years. And not so long ago it broke down, but I think even more because of old age, and not because it was outdoors and conducted continuous video surveillance 24 hours a day. The main thing is to provide moisture protection, and the camera will cope with temperature and other fog. So I chose a replacement, a new version of a similar camera. When choosing a camera, I wanted the same functionality as the first version of the camera. But the second point is that the new camera also harmoniously and imperceptibly played the role of a video surveillance camera and a hidden peephole. Let's test it, look at its capabilities, install it in the gate and, of course, check the quality of video recording. The camera comes in a cardboard box like this, where the YI logo and the name of the camera are at the top. Under it are the main advantages of the camera, such as 2K video resolution, human motion detection with the support of artificial intelligence and two-way voice communication. Below is a photo of the product. On the left and right sides, the main features of the camera. On the back is a sticker with the characteristics of the camera. And here the manufacturer also indicated that the camera can be used at temperatures from -10 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. I can confirm this, even stronger frosts the previous version of the camera easily endured. You don't have to worry about transportation and delivery, the camera is quite well protected by a cardboard box. Let's put it aside. Under the camera is a thank you note for the purchase, as well as warranty cards. In the upper part of the box there is a compartment in which we will find a cable for connecting the power supply and the camera's power supply. The length of the power cable is 2 meters, which will easily allow you to connect the camera away from the outlet. On one side there is a standard USB, on the other side there is a micro USB port for connecting the camera. This type of connection allows you to reserve power for the camera. For this we can use a simple power bank. In case of a power outage the camera will continue to work. The power supply is also not very large, which is also a plus. At the output there is a standard USB port, voltage of 5 volts with a maximum current of 1 ampere. Camera specifications. Manufacturer, YI Technology. Model, YYS.62121. Resolution, 2304 by 1296. Viewing angle, 111 degrees. Night vision, 8 IR lamps, 940 nanometers. Night vision range, 15 meters. Video recording, 1296p, 30 frames per second. Compression format, H.264. Memory, microSD up to 128 gigabytes. Cloud storage, paid. Sound, built-in microphone and speaker. Operating temperature, -10 to 50 degrees Celsius. Wi-Fi, 802.11b divided by G divided by N, 2.4 GHz. Power, DC 5 volts and 1 ampere. Size, 114 by 80 by 32 millimeters. Color, white. Weight, 135 grams. The camera itself is very similar to its previous model. At the bottom there is a round stand with a weight. Thanks to it, the camera can be bent at almost any angle, but it will stand steadily. But in addition, under the sticker we see 2 grooves that allow you to fix the camera on a vertical surface, even on the ceiling, using screws. In the stand, the camera can tilt 180 degrees. But the camera can also be easily positioned by turning it inside the stand. I was primarily interested in the possibility of using this camera without a stand at all. To do this, simply unclip it from the plastic. At the back there is a QR code for connecting the camera. There is also a small button for resetting the camera, and above it is the opening for the speakerphone of the camera. On the side edge there is a slot for a micro SD memory card, then a micro USB port for connecting power and an opening for the speaker microphone. On the front side is the video camera itself, and below it is the LED indicator of operation. Let's connect the camera to the eHome smart home ecosystem. To do this, install the application with the same name YI Home. After that, connect the camera's power. The indicator LED will light up yellow.
Welcome to eHome camera.
Wait until the camera says waiting to connect in English.
Waiting to connect.
And the operation indicator LED will not blink yellow. Select the region. I chose Singapore and create or log into your YI account. Now we deliver the camera. To do this, click the plus in the upper right corner, and try to scan the QR code. The camera has been found and now we press the Waiting to Connect button. We select our Wi-Fi network and enter its password. After that, a QR code will appear on the smartphone screen, which we must show to our camera.
QR code scan is successful.
After that, we press the next button.
Connecting to Wi-Fi.
After adding the camera to the application, you can even do nothing. By default, the notification function for a person passing in the camera's field of view is activated. After that, a notification comes to the smartphone. Having opened it, we see a snapshot and can immediately watch the video. But this is provided that you have a microSD memory card installed. If it is not installed, you will be asked to buy a cloud online service. If the memory card is installed, then by clicking on the selected frame of movement, you can watch a piece of video saved on the microSD card. Quite convenient, you can quickly view all the events recorded by the surveillance camera. But let's move on directly to the application. At the top, we see our camera and a screenshot of the image from it. This is in the Home tab. If you go to the Activity tab, then here we can view all the events from all the cameras in our account. Camera name, screenshot, what event occurred and the time of the event. In the Account tab, we can turn on or off the home mode or away mode. Convenient if you are at work during the day and at home in the evening. The camera will not send notifications about events during this period. You can select the desired cameras for this setting if you have more than one. You can also share cameras with other members of your family. You need to create a group and invite people there. In the notifications, you can see all the actions of the account. In the Smart Integration settings, you can connect cameras to the Alexa voice assistant. In the Album menu, we have access to all the screenshots that we saved from the cameras for quick access to them. In the Application settings, you can clear the cache, enable hardware decoding, and disable the launch of the greeting and chat bot. Let's go to the camera itself. At the top, we see the name of the camera. Under it is a red dot. This means the camera is online and monitoring, like a live broadcast, and the current date and time. Below is the current video from the surveillance camera. At the bottom are the control buttons, namely recording the current video to the smartphone's memory. Next, a photo to memory. On the right, turn on or off the built-in microphone of the camera. By default the sound from the camera is turned off. And also stretch the image to full screen. When switching to full screen mode, the control buttons move to the right side of the screen, and above you can select the quality of the transmitted image, or low SD, automatic or 2K video quality. In the center is a virtual microphone button, by clicking on which you can communicate through the camera. Below is the choice of where the camera will take the saved video recording archive, either from a paid cloud storage or from an SD memory card. To the left we can select the day and month, and with the slider we need to select the time and see what happened during this period. As you can see for yourself, I only have 2 events, and they are related to motion detection. Yes, by default, only motion detection events are recorded on the memory card. You can change this in the settings, where we go. In the first setting, you can turn the camera on or off, a small thing, but sometimes you need this. Next, you can rename the camera. I think this is important if you have more than one. In the camera settings, we can also turn off the operation indicator LED. If we have a camera on the ceiling, then rotate the image 180 degrees. We can turn on or off the microphone in the camera, as well as turn on or off the IR illumination of the night mode. In two-way communication modes, you can change the mode from intercom to hand-free mode. Intercom can only speak one person, that is, we speak, the interlocutor listens. In hand-free mode, it is like simple communication, and we hear and we are heard. But there may be an echo in this mode. In the motion detection settings, we can disable detection and notifications about detection, enabled by default. Also, if you buy a tariff plan, you can activate motion recognition using artificial intelligence. This will include human detection, separate detection of vehicles and even animals. You can set different sensitivity. The default is low. It works for people and passing cars. It did not work for me on animals or trees. Everything is fine. You can also activate the mode of triggering various loud sounds. It will be useful if you decide to use the camera as a baby monitor. We can set up a schedule for when we are at home and when outside the house. Convenient for monitoring when no one is home. You can change the frequency of notifications. The default is low, fewer notifications. But there is another big plus here, namely that you can set your own zone for motion detection. If movement occurs there, you will be sent a notification and the camera will record a video. If constant recording is not configured, if the movement is outside this segment, then nothing will happen. A very useful function, so I chose the red segment, which the camera will monitor. Notifications can also be adjusted, by default 24/7, but this schedule can be changed so that they do not disturb you at night. Next, we can change the time zone and check the firmware version. At the time of creating the review, the update was available upon the first connection, and the camera was updated to 12/0/5108. In the schedule menu, you can set a schedule for when the camera will be turned on and when it will be turned off. Convenient if you place the camera, for example, in the bedroom or living room, so that it records when you are not there, and when you are at home it turns off to maintain privacy. Below we can share the camera with other people. In the cloud storage settings, you can buy a tariff plan and not use a microSD memory card. But in the microSD memory card settings, I would set constant recording. By default, only recording when motion is detected. Below you can see the status of the memory card, and format it if necessary. You can also protect access to the camera using your PIN code. By default it is disabled. You can view the connection status to the Wi-Fi network or delete the camera. Let's test the camera. Let's start measuring the current when connected. As we can see, the maximum current value was 100 milliamps, which allows you to connect 3 or 4 cameras to one power supply, or connect via power bank to organize backup power supply for the camera. Here is an example of daytime shooting. Now you rarely see the sun, so the weather is cloudy. Here is shooting in the evening. And here is shooting when it was completely dark and I turned on the lighting. Shooting in complete darkness, illumination only by IR sensors of the camera. Now let me connect the camera to the street. This is how it looks in my fence. The diameter is slightly different from the previous version of the camera, but it is already as is. Daytime. Evening mode looks like this. Night mode with street lighting. And here is a completely night mode without lighting, only IR illumination of the camera. The video is shot in MP4 format. The video resolution is 2304 by 1296 pixels, 20 frames per second. The video is automatically divided into 1-minute segments. Recording is done by rewriting old videos to new ones. For its money, this is a good camera for home use. Use it outside at your own risk, but I bought it for these purposes. Of the advantages, I will note the fairly good video quality and wide viewing angle of the camera. Ease of setup and correct response to human movement are also a plus for this camera. I do not consider it a minus, but rather a neutral status. This is work under its own Wi-Fi application, and not the more familiar Xiaomi. Accordingly, the camera does not fit into the Xiaomi smart home ecosystem. This point is just worth taking into account before buying. You will find all links to the products in the description under the video. There is also a link to a group in Telegram, where you will find not only new products on the smart home system, but also coupons, promotions and other communication and answers to questions. There are also links to the smart home forum, where all topics are divided into sections for more convenient communication and information search. Please do not forget to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss other interesting videos about smart and not so smart home systems. All the best to everyone, peaceful skies and goodness. Bye, bye.